Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. Now, B part is rapid flowage. In that, number one is earth flow. The rapid movements of water, land and soil material down a slope is known as earth flow. It results from slope instability, perhaps due to human interference, removal of vegetation cover or undercutting of slopes, etc. causes the earth flow, but can occur on any steep slope after a period of heavy rainfall. If heavy torrential rainfall occurs at this time, the earth flow may occur, especially when the underlying rocks are impermeable, where the water cannot percolate, and hence that material may slip down in the form of earth flow. Then next is mud flow. Number two is mud flow. Mud flow is a type of mass movement on an unstable slope similar to an earth flow, but of greater velocity because of the high percentage of water present in the mixture. It constitutes a considerable hazard in some parts of the world, but generally comes to a halt before moving very far down valley. It has an abrupt, well-defined margin and decreases in thickness towards the tongue or toe. It is usually poorly sorted owing to the presence of large boulders and many small pebbles in the day silt matrix. Although some mud flows exhibit rudimentary graded bedding, it is difficult to distinguish from a till when it is solidified. Mud flows are the characteristics of the dry regions because in such areas the vegetation is sparse and the infrequent rains are often torrential, and because of this torrential rainfalls the mud flows. Next is debris avalanches. A sudden downslope, that is the gravitational movement of debris due to saturation of heavy rain. In fact, it is a debris slide in which the mass of material moves downslope without any rotational movement. It generally occurs in narrow tracts of humid regions. These are much like snow avalanches, except that rock debris rather than snow makes up the bulk of their mass. Next is landslides. In landslides, that is the landslip we can call it as. Now the downslope gravitational movement of a body of rock or earth as a unit owing to failure of the material. It may be induced by natural agencies, for example heavy rain or earthquake, or it may be caused by human interference with the slope stability. In general, landslides are those types of movement that are perceptible and involve relatively dry masses of earth debris. In this, number one is slump. The downward slipping of one or several units of rock debris, usually with a backward rotations with respect to the slope over which movement takes place. Undercutting of slopes by streams and man are the main causes of slumping. The surface of the slumped mass has a number of steps like terraces. Next is number two, debris slide. The rapid rolling or sliding of unconsolidated earth debris without backward rotation of the mass. In debris slide, the amount of water is usually small. Number third is debris fall. The nearly free fall of each debris from a vertical or overhanging cliff or bluff. It is mainly found along the undercut banks of streams. Number fourth, rock slide. The sliding or falling of individual rock masses down bedding joint or fault surfaces. Number 5. Rock fall. The free falling of rock blocks over any steep slope. In this process, small blocks of rock become detached from a cliff face and fall freely through space to the cliff foot. They are most frequent in mountainous areas during spring months. They may result into loss of lives and severe damage to property.